Hi, my students. Welcome back to my English class with me, Mr. Andi Prastio. Today's topic is expressions of suggesting and offering part 2. In the last week, we discussed about the expressions of suggesting in English. But for this meeting, we just focus on the expressions of offering in English. As usual, before going on our main material, I'd like to tell you our learning objectives of the lesson. There are 6 learning objectives of the lessons. Number 1, the students are expected to show their enthusiasm in the learning process. Number 2, the students are expected to show their good personality and courtesy in the form of interpersonal communications with the teacher and the whole class. Number 3, the students are expected to listen carefully to what the teacher explains about the use and the selected phrases for suggesting and offering. Number 4, the students are able to identify the social function of every model or phrase used for suggesting and offering. Number 5, the students are able to practice their own expressions of asking and offering something and help appropriately are related to the recent situations. And the last, the teacher is able to give reflection about the material has been taught to the students. How are you, my students? I hope you all are in good condition today. Welcome to the material of suggesting and offering. And our focus now is only on offer something and help in English. Let's get started. Well, go on to the next slide. The social function of giving offering in English. According to English book by Kemendikbud, offer means an expression of giving something physical, for example like food and money, or abstract, for example like solution, suggestions, advice, and friendship to someone. Furthermore, offer is to facilitate interpersonal communication between or among different people. And you have to know also that offering is an expression of giving something to someone. And offering expressions is divided into 2 parts. The first one is offering something, and the second one is offering help. Go on to the next slide. These following models and phrases used to offer something and help in English. Number 1, would you like to? You have to pronounce this phrase would you like, not would you like, but would you like? And then number 2 is shall. Number 3 is could. Number 4 is will. Number 5 is do you want? Number 6 is how about? And the last, do you fancy? Do you fancy is the same as do you want but in British. On the next slide, I would like to explain you about the use of phrase would you like to. Would you like to is such a common phrase to offer something or help to someone. The phrase would you like to normally takes a question form. Ya, jadi would you like to adalah bentuk question form dengan question mark at the end of the sentence. People use the form to offer something more polite to someone else. For examples, number 1, would you like something to drink? Number 2, would you like me to help you? And you can give responses, yes please, thank you, or it's very kind of you, and That would be lovely. Next is the use of shall to offer something or help in English. Shall. The modal shall is used instead of will in a formal context. In over, in the sense of do you want me or us to. Jadi, shall I or shall we itu sense-nya sama dengan ketika kita mengatakan do you want me or do you want us to bla 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 diikuti oleh kata kerja bentuk pertama. For example, shall I close the door? Number 2, shall we clean your house? Normally, in English grammar, shall only followed by I and we. Jadi secara umum di grammar bahasa Inggris, shall hanya diikuti oleh I dan we. Ya, shall bisa diikuti oleh subjek lain selain I dan we, tetapi dalam konteks komersial, ketika ada seseorang yang ingin mempromosikan suatu barang, maka she, he, kemudian you, they bisa menggunakan shall dalam konteks komersial. Ya, for example, she shall promote this good. Dia akan mempromosikan barang-barang ini. Maka dalam konteks komersial, maka shall diperbolehkan selain dengan I dan we. And you can give responses, thank you, the kindness, and it's very kind of you. Let's go on the next slide. As our previous materials about the expressions of suggesting in English, the use of could is normally used to give more polite suggestions or advice in English. But now, the purpose of using modal could to offer something is to soften and make your offer being better received. Sebenarnya sama. Meaningnya sama, yaitu could lebih digunakan dalam konteks yang sopan, ya. Hanya saja ungkapannya di sini soften dan juga being better received, yang lebih berterima. For example, could I offer you something to drink? Could I pass you the spoon? And you can give responses, yes, please. Thank you. The phrase do you want is the commonest, I think. And I believe all of you have heard about this phrase. The phrase do you want is used in question forms with a question mark at the end. It is more direct and casual than would you like. For example, do you want another cup of coffee? Next, do you want me to buy you some food? And you can give responses, yes, please, and thank you very much. Thank you very much is more polite than thank you so much. Thank you so much is used in casual situations. Next is the use of how about. How about is followed by gerund or verb in after that. The question phrase, how about, is another informal way of asking someone if they would like something. Kata kerja yang diletakkan setelah how about biasanya bentuknya verb ing atau kita sebut gerund. For examples, how about going for a walk? Next, how about fishing? And you can give responses, I'd love to. That sounds good. Let's go on to the next slide. The use of phrase do you fancy? Do you fancy is the same as do you want, but it is used in British English by British people. This expression is very often used in the United Kingdom. It's informal and is used to ask someone if they would like something. For example, do you fancy chicken or beef for dinner? Or do you want chicken or beef for dinner? And fancy a sandwich? Kamu suka dengan sandwich? Do you want a sandwich? And the response is, of course, I like it so much. Thank you. That's all the explanations today about expressions of offering in English. If you have any questions, please write them down on the comment column. I am looking forward to having your questions. Bye bye. Thank you.